Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about temptation. So what is temptation? Temptation is basically an urge. It's the emergence of urge when you don't prefer at the particular time. And many a times when we try to concentrate on certain thing, the temptation often excites us, and it's, I think, quite common for everyone. Every person who try to focus on something often hunted by the temptation, and temptation is basically a distraction in the things that you are engaged into. For example, if I it's basically the things you don't prefer to do. However, the your inner desire is pulling towards the particular thing. For example, I don't want to eat sugar, and it's tempting to, however, I from it's because it's bad for me. And on the other side, I have this urge to eat sugar. I have this urge to eat donuts, cakes. And why this all happens is because the temptation. And same happens with me. In my experience, whenever I sit to study, I I sit for 1 or 2 hours, and after that, the temptation starts to evaporate from my body, and it disperse disperse along around along dispersed from my body, which cause me or which excite me to do the thing, other things that I have done enough study, and now I should go out or go do something. This thing should be done. I need to do this, and I need to do that. I need to go there. All these thoughts are collectively called as temptation. And the procrastination, I would say procrastination is the temptation is a broader term, broader term of procrastination. You lose concentration, you lose distraction, and it's common for everyone. And I often deal with the temptation in my personal life. Example, if for example um I when I study, okay, when I come or when I open phone, I often it often tempted me to go to YouTube, watch some shorts or random YouTube videos. Whenever I see the thumbnail, it kicks my dopamine, which subsequently leads to complete distraction from what I was doing, right? And it's also in the case of game. Sometimes when I study and I meet, since I used to play a lot of games before, until 2 to 3 years back I retired. Stopped playing games, and now when I come in contact with some of my friends who play games, and when I sit along with them or sit with them, and if they starts playing games, it the temptation, the urge start to boil up on my body, and I want to play the game. um, and somehow I try not to play, but the temptation, I end up playing games. And when I start the game, it goes on continuously for hours. And then what happens after 4 to 5 hours of playing game, and uh, realizing that the the day was wasted, unproductive, and it really feels bad about yourself, because when you understand the importance of time, the ways that you have done due to this temptation often often hunts you down, and it all creates a loop, you know. You play the game, you're great, and then after some time you come across with certain things, something that excites you, and again you do the mistake, and you might be seeing the case with this young generation, the pornography, you know. People are so tempted by the nudity, the easy access of nudity in the internet, which tempted the teenagers to go to this particular website and watch this porn, and they end up in they don't realize that they don't realize and end up in um, porn addiction, which subsequently becomes so hard for them to overcome. They stuck in a loop of relapse, and then yeah, loop of relapse where they regret, and again sometimes again and another time they are excited. The urge which often is unbearable to these young kids. Yeah, even us. I had been through that stage where it was so difficult, you know. Whenever you see something on internet or you hear something, the urge, you know, the whole body uh, push you to act on that designed, or you can say, or structured or developed behavior. So temptation is hard, and we cannot escape from it, as far as I'm concerned. And I think we should learn to um, control it, learn to adjust, learn to minimize the temptation. There's no escape from temptation. So thank